I'm gonna join you over there. Danger Bay.
Yeah, well, we dey right on the project by the water now. That's the dam what give the water for the whole area. Mama Can, Crochet, Pomeroy, St. David, and all go down to Granance. Because when I asked the guy who work in there, the bossman, he said the water go all Granance. So that means it's an important dam we have up here. So I would like them to keep it like that, you know, because water is life. Without water, people suffer. Because I just see in other countries where they don't have no water to drink, and I just feel it for them. When I know we have so much water wasting, that we could give some water if we have the things to bring it, you know. If they send a plane to get some water in Grenada, they get enough. And not only the river water, the spring water. We got enough spring in Grenada that we could sell out water for people. So it's just business we should do in with water. We could do our water business from Grenada. But the government had to see that just like how I seen it, you know, natural. We don't want no here and there and this rule and that rule. It's the people. So when you sell it, it's the people you're selling it to make money to take care of the people in the country. Anything you sell from the country should be for the people. Not only for the government, but for the people in the country. That's why the government has to take care of the people in the country in certain ways. Now every time you're supposed to take care of yourself in certain ways, but the government's supposed to take care of the country that you benefit. You as the man, you as the woman, you as the child, you know. Because the big man and the big woman have children going to school, they need money. They need something to take care of the kids, you know, and the government has to do better and uphold the right thing, you know what I mean? Don't let the negative thing get you apart. Uphold the right things and do the right thing for the people. And we go be nice because we have food, we have water, we get the beautiful sunshine, you know, we get fruits all over the country. All the way you pass, you could see a fruit tree. So it's just love and happiness in Grenada when you come in Grenada. You don't want to leave if you meet the right people. Anytime you come in Grenada and you meet the right people, you don't want to leave. Because you're getting everything free and, you know, you enjoy your life more freely. And that is the best for everybody, a free life. You don't want to hold on with nothing. Just live free. And Grenada is a place for that. When you come in Grenada, it's free, you come to live free. You don't come to kill yourself and get in no problem. Free. You meet the right people. And you have the right people around. It's just you as the man or the woman when all you come in Grenada, don't just jump onto anybody and you don't know them. Find out about them. Find out the background. Because you have some people with some dirty background. You understand? By just jumping into something like that, you could get yourself in problem. Say like you come out in Canada and you come down here and you jump with somebody who you call your friend. You don't know how the friend is. Next thing the friend in problem, but they see you walking with the friend. You say, oh, she or he walking with this guy, and they're giving you a kind of impression that you just like them one time. So know who you're moving with. But when you come in Grenada, you are nice people. You have people to take care of you. You don't have to even, people will wash your food for you, man. Yeah, you have people like that in Grenada. They will wash your food for you, cook for you, wash your clothes, make sure you're good. No problem. But you have some others again, they don't care. That's the people who is selfish. You know, they don't care. You hear that word selfish, that's them. They only want for themselves and not for the next person, not for the neighbor. The neighbor hungry and they don't know. The neighbor need some clothes and they don't know that. The neighbor need a shoes and they don't know that. And the neighbor afraid to ask them through how they live. But that shouldn't be. The neighbor should say, oh, I have a shoes that I could give you. I never wait, I never go nowhere with it, take it. I have 2 jeans pants, come, look that. But they don't live in kind with one another, so sometimes you have something, you don't even want to share it. so you stay in your house. You understand? And sometimes you don't using it. But just because the people around you don't live in good with you, they watch you like some outcast. So how you go give people who watching you like an outcast everything, and you have nothing to gain in life living around them? You have to fight and struggle to get all your liberty. And when you have your liberty now, you see, well, all right, I will help my brother and my sister. You're helping them, but they don't have that good intention to know where love coming in it. Because anything you give unto people is a love, kindness. You know, you don't have to be big, small. Oh, just think about a person. Thinking about a person is so great. You don't have to give them nothing, but just have your mind on that person there. Oh, I wonder how Miss Jones feeling today. You know? And that make you feel alright. Oh, I wonder how Peter doing down there. That make you feel so comfortable to know that you have somebody you could say you wonder how he is, how she is. You know? You wonder if she alright. You wonder if he in good health. It's them things that we need to live in earth liberty. That make you live strong, man. When you live like that, take care of your people. You don't have to give them big money, but make sure they are alright. You know what I mean? You see they walking down the street, make sure they are alright down the street, because sometimes they walking down the street and they have problem, they don't tell you. But just how they walking alone, you could know this man have a problem. This woman, she have a problem. Oh, ma'am, can I help you? And she might tell you why she problem you. You go at it one time. That's how we're supposed to live, because Grenada is nice. You know what I mean? And when a stranger come, well, people say stranger, but I know he's one. Because they are not. Hot people is hot people. It's not no strange people. But people make people believe it's stranger. When you come out from Canada, England, and you come in Grenada, they watch you like a stranger. You understand? But you is a human being. Just like me. So if you come in my country, why I should call you a stranger? I should try to know you and be more kind to you, so I could experience your living and you could experience mine. The way I live and the way you live, you could see that, oh, he live different to me, but that don't matter to me. I don't have to vex with him for that. You understand? He don't doing that and I doing that. He drinking rum, I don't drinking rum, but I don't have to vex with he. He drinking beer, I don't drinking beer. I don't have to vex with he. You know, we still live. That's how I want to see Grenada people live, but they don't live in so. They like to bite one another, you know, here and there. But you have some good one. Very good, very kind. I meet some already, you know.
That's been my experience so far in
Yeah,
Grenada. I met the right
because
crew of people.
I
for
spent
sure.
36 years overseas, and when I come, I thought it would have been a little more different to now, you know what I mean? But I realize the young generation have the time, so I do come to fight them. The young generation must have the time, because I had a time like that too, a young person growing up between older people, you know, elder people telling me this and elder people saying that to me. So it's now it they like that, but the young generation see more things out there now. The computer, the phone, the this. I didn't grow up with them things. But I love to see them with that still learning and knowing how to live. You know, not the phone. Don't let the phone take you away from living right. Don't make the TV make you go by your neighbor. You have your neighbor next door. In the morning when you wake up, open your door. How you doing, Miss John? You alright? Alright, Miss Peter, I will see you later. I have to go by Tongueside. When I come back, I'll give you a call. That's more better than sitting down in your house and watch the TV whole day and you never tell your neighbor good morning. You understand? So that is what we have to do. In Grenada, I want to see that. Love and happiness in Grenada. Happiness don't mean you have to have plenty money. Be happy inside and then you go get the return outside. You understand? Because when you work, you must get paid. If you don't work, don't expect pay now. Because who will pay you? You can't get no pay. But when you work, you must get paid by somebody. Must come. Your payment is there so long you work. You know what I mean? So people just love one another, man. And let people from overseas, I don't want to say far enough because Me don't watch them like no foreigner. Let people overseas come in the country and love them, take care of them, make sure they are right. We just let it come and walk and then they say, oh, I see that man down there. You know, take care of them. One person could do that. 2 person could do that. 3 person could do that. If 10 person do that, the people go see, well, yeah, my brethren does do that, my sister does do that. You know, my wife does do that, my husband does do that. And bring unity in the country. Because the country need a lot of unity. Not no war and violence, unity. And for unity, we have to stand as one. If we don't stand as one, unity can come. You know, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You know, and that will be a wonderful thing to see in time to come. Maybe I mightn't see everything, but somebody will see it. You know, and I have some grandchildren, so they might see it. And they might say, yeah, grandpa used to say that. Or grandpa used to go there, you know what I mean? So these things are doing not for me alone. I'm doing it for everyone. Because we come to live, so I just live in my life. Just like how everybody's supposed to live their life. You know, I don't like violence, you know, but if a boy come with the violence, I try to see how I could deal with a boy. I don't like violence. You know what I mean? I like me mind and a peace. Full way, you know, just quiet. That's why I see when I get upset, people say, oh, because I don't like to get upset. When I get upset, I like a lion, just ready to bite you up. You understand? And I don't want to be like that. So I don't like to be cool. People watch me and say, I'm a good boy, I don't care them. Because you can get everybody good. Every man have a good and a bad in him. Careless who is the man.
True.
You know what I mean? So, we there up in the mountain reason, Mama Can people, the world people, we there up in the mountain reasoning and hear them thing what man and man reasoning about now. And just open the eye and them ears and the eye and them eyes and see. Don't see by your foot, see farther than that. Use the third eye. The third eye is something people don't use. And that's the eye why you're supposed to use. Not the eye to see you plate and your cup to drink tea. The eyes are telling you how life is. The eye there. You see something while you 2 eyes in front you can see. And if I'll you know that. The third eye thing. It's something deep inside. It's showing you your life before you even reach where your life going. You know what I mean? So it's that journey at the end. And my journey just continue. You know, my journey was just moving to different direction, but not bad direction, you know what I mean? I do different things. So it's a journey at the end still. If you see I sit down making a hat, it's a journey at the end. If I sit down making a drum, at the end a journey to make the drum. When I'm making a piece of land to cutlass to plant some fruits and vegetables, a journey at the end. Anything I do, I have a journey on it, you know? And that journey continue. Most of them end and finish and I could sit back and say, yes, I relax, you know what I mean? Oh, Jah, Rastafari, Selassie, you know?